See me shoving my headpiece on? Can you see that? Oh, all right. So we're going to draw our guides. So I want to talk about a couple of things, but for those of you who didn't know, we are going to be drawing your guides, and it's a really, really incredible exercise. So I'm super excited to share this with you. So for those of you who are just joining us and wondering what we're doing, go get some coloring material, even if they're crayons. They could be colored pens, colored pencils. And if you don't have coloring material and all you have is a pen and paper, I will tell you what to do. But here I am with my little, even though these are pastels and this is for watercolor, I do have a pastel thing. I'm going to be playing with my pastels and this sheet. So before we start about talking about getting in touch with your guides and drawing your guides, I did this exercise in Membership for Your Soul a few months ago, and people were blown away. Like, they're not artists. They didn't feel like they were artists. And they were like, I don't know. And then they went, thank you, April. And then they were like, this is amazing. So I want to talk to you about guides first, because I've been reading a lot of your questions. So for those of you who don't know, we started already with the challenge. So not the challenge, with the videos. So the videos are live. And if you have not joined, the first video is up today. I strongly, strongly suggest that you join the video series, because video 1 is live today, and we're getting such incredible comments on that page, which I'm going to read in a second to you, because I want to use this as a teaching technique and a teaching tool for all of you. So definitely, I'm going to put it in the comment section as well. If you have not joined, make sure that you join that video series, because it's really, really good. So for those of you who are new to my work, I've been noticing a few of these questions. So I'm a psychic medium, I'm a teacher, and I'm a coach. And my platform is teaching people how to read for themselves, because I had gotten to first of all, when I first started doing this work, I always was teaching. I was teaching way before I was doing readings. And part of the reason is because I believe that we have all the answers inside of us, and we don't need outside people to tell us what's inside. Now, sometimes there's a lot of confusion going on in your life, and you're struggling, and you need that outside person to just reflect back. But the problem with that is sometimes, and I just saw this today on the page, you'll go to different psychics and they'll give you different information, and it doesn't necessarily always resonate with your soul. And then you're even more confused. You don't know which way to go or what to do. And I want to teach people how to go to the direct source, which is really in here. So whether your guides are in here or out here, which is what my way of communicating is, it doesn't matter. So I want you to really connect with your guides. And video 1 is all about connecting with your higher self. How many of you know who your higher self is? Have ever met your higher self? Give me likes, give me love. Tell me in the comments. How many of you did video 1? How do you feel about video 1? Give me the likes, give me the loves, or they used to have the thumbs down in Facebook. They don't have that anymore. Or answer in the comments. This work is my passion. Why is it my passion? Well, my guides completely changed my life. I was depressed. I was suicidal. I was unhappy. I was going from career to career, different careers. I had a beautiful, amazing career in entertainment and TV. I was a line producer. I worked for MTV and NBC Olympics and a network in between that I won't mention. And then I was an actress and became an actress right away in off-Broadway and stuff like that. And then this whole gift, which I've had since I was a kid, just went ballooned. And it opened up, and I had to learn how to deal with it. I didn't want to do anything with it except learn how to deal with it. And when I started learning how to deal with it, I found that you have to give readings for free. And I found that I was really good. And because I was really good, people started paying me. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this work, I'm only doing it so that I could teach others how to do it. Now, I did read for a long, long time, because in a way, my readings were the beginning of the journey. I always said it wasn't the end of the journey. And I gave people a lot of action-oriented tasks to do to really get co-creative in their life with their own guides. So what I want to say to all of you is I truly believe that each and every one of you is gifted. And I don't care if you're 5 or 85. I had a couple of 82-year-olds hit me up today, 72-year-old. I don't care how old you are gifted. And with the consciousness, the way that it is in this world today, and the way the dimensions are shifting and the veil is getting thinner, whatever you want to call it, we've got more access. That's what I'm going to call it, more access. Now, when those of you, so people, I'm looking at by the way, if you comment on the video page, video 1, I've been going on there and answering your questions. And in Soulful Living with Your Guides is definitely the place to contact me. Okay. So this is where I am hanging out. I'm actually going to allow a couple of people in right now. I'm hanging out right in there. So if you're not in there, get on there. By the way, I made it to 5,000 likes this week. I wanted to make it to 5,000 likes, and I made it to 5,000 likes. All right. So I want to just go over a couple of tools, and then we're going to jump into the art. So for those of you who are just joining me, and I'm going to read some comments, get your artwork. Get it, because this is a lot of fun. Drawing your guides. So I'm going to just keep putting the video series up there because that is what's happening right now. We are doing the video series, and anybody who's done, is part of this video series. So let me hear this. So again, my goal is to show you how to go directly inside, because when I was getting readings, I don't get readings any longer. My guides just give my answers. Now, it doesn't mean that my guides don't say to me, go to so-and-so or read this book or go to this coach and check this out. And then what happens is I'll gather information. Then I go and sit with my guides in my cozy little meditation room, which I'll have to video and show you. And it's nothing really great. It's just my little meditation room. And I go back in there and I sit with them and we talk about what I've learned. And they'll say, keep this, let go of that. And I pretty much know anyway. So you want to go inside, because when I was going for readings, and I had some readers say to me, this is it, and that's it. Like they would give me information like that, and I'd be like, really? That doesn't feel right. And they just told me that's it. That sucks. Now I'm depressed. Now I don't know how to get out of that, because all I'm told is that this is it, and that's it. Have you ever had that experience? Give me the likes and the love. How many of you have gone to a reader and have been told something that didn't feel right, but then you started believing it, or you were afraid that it was going to come true? How many of you had that experience? I want to put an end to that for all of you. And I'm not bullshitting. I'm not. I'm telling the truth. So let me just read a couple of comments on the video page that I thought were really good. So I'm just going to go to them. Let me see who I go to. Kathy says, wow, Marilyn, I was fearful that I wouldn't be able to connect with my higher self, but I was so wrong. I've experienced synchronicity all throughout my life. I had a belief in angels and guides since my father passed away when I was just 12. Such a young age to lose a father. I didn't know that I could communicate with them, though. I mean, who knew I had a higher self? I sure didn't. I was drawn to you and your Soulful Living group after doing a lot of personal growth work and studying about angels, guides, and this new to me expansion process, which I love. How many of you are new to the expansion process? Thank you for all that you share with us. I'm learning so much. And I love that. There was somebody else, Cynthia said, this was very beautiful and insightful. I normally don't comment on anything, but I'm challenging myself to do things differently. I feel I've been neglecting myself for many years. How many of you have been neglecting yourself? And because of this, I haven't been trusting myself, and that makes it very hard to connect with my higher self. That is the biggest thing. A lot of you, and we're going to address one of the last questions I got on this page about how she gets nothing. So I'm going to address the people that say, I don't get anything. And I'm going to teach you an exercise today of how to get something. During this small meditation she's talking about in video 1, helped me to go with the flow and not worry if the message were coming from my higher self or I was just making everything up. Part of this process is for me to trust myself so that I can build a relationship with my higher self. And I appreciate you for mentioning that, because I talk about trust. One of my many goals a year from now is to be a writer of romance books. Now let's hear it for Cynthia. Let's do it. Now that I've shared this, I'm believing and trusting myself and higher self to come together and make it happen. Thanks for allowing me to share peace and blessings. So what I love about Cynthia too is that she acknowledges that she's struggling with the trust. And that how many of you are struggling with the trust, right? So something, and I've shared this, my students know it because they hear me say it all the time. When I was channeling with my guides and I was like, am I making this up? I wasn't sure. And I asked my guides, I said, is this my imagination? And they said to me, we're giving you great advice. Who cares? And they're right. So let me read one more comment, and then I'm going to go to the Facebook comments, and then we're going to start our thing. So this is from Tammy. She goes with sad face. I still hear or feel nothing, just void, really. I also struggle with visualizing. I don't see images or light colors when Sims say, imagine a white light flowing all around you. Well, Tammy, here's a couple of things. Many times, how many of you struggle with seeing or feeling or hearing nothing? So many times you're getting information, and you're going to hear some great stories from people in my community, because I think that's how you learn more by other people's stories than hearing mine. People that aren't, they are really embracing it. But anyway, many times when you're hearing nothing or feeling nothing, it's because your mind is in the way. You're expecting it to be one way. It sounds to me like she's sitting in a group and everybody's seeing the white light around her and she can't see. So all she does then is gets frustrated. Why can't I see? Why can't I see? How many of you said, why can't I hear? Why can't I hear? And then all you do is you go on that hamster wheel of, I can't see, I can't hear, I can't see, I can't hear. Well, then you know what? Open up your eyes and notice what you see. Because your guides are talking to you in physical symbols every single day. Open up your ears, and what do you hear? What do you hear in the physical sounds right now? Ask a deep question. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to communicate. Diane says, I know how she feels. Good. So all of you, close your eyes. Breathe into that part of you that you're here for a reason. That part of you knows, I'm here watching this Facebook Live because I know that something bigger than me exists. And I want to connect with that. So breathe into that part of you that is infinite wisdom, infinite knowledge, already connected. Put your left hand over your heart and ask your guides a question. Now, before you open your eyes, ask them to give you an animal. Whether you hear it, see it, feel it, know it, get an animal right now. I don't care if you're making it up. Get an animal. Now, before you open your eyes, notice what you hear in the physical world. Notice what you hear in the physical world. Now, open your eyes, scan the room, and then stop. Where are your eyes drawn to right now in the physical room? Where are the eyes drawn to in the physical room? Now, whatever you heard and whatever you're looking at, I'm going to ask you some simple questions to break it down. Let's pick one or the other. Don't pick both. Pick either the sound or the thing that you're seeing. And ask yourself, how do you feel about this thing? Do you like this thing? If this thing had a voice, and you have to use your imagination if you work with me, if this thing had a voice, what would it say to you right now? And you have to go for it. What would it say to you right now? Okay, so in the comments, take all of that information first and apply it to your question. Now, it may not answer your question, but it'll give you further insights into your soul. And then you're going to hear April, which is she's on here right now. I believe she was the one who said it. She did. She said she talks to her guides. You're going to hear from her down the line. And we did an interview with her early this week. She asks her guides a question. She doesn't worry about the answer in the moment. Instead, she just knows they're going to answer her. So she goes about her day looking for the symbols and the signs. So here we have Diane, who says she feels the same way that Tammy feels on my thing. And then when I asked, I believe, Diane, you came up with an answer. She got birds. Well, you don't want to just say birds, except, Diane, you would ask yourself, what do birds mean to me? What do I feel about birds? I love birds. I think birds are the most incredible creatures to watch. To me, they mean love. They mean freedom. Now, each bird has a different meaning. So you just communicated with your guides. You just don't know what it means to you. You're just not paying attention to how they're talking to you. You're not breaking it down. Instead, and Diane, this isn't addressed at you. I'm using you as a teaching tool, as well as Tammy, who commented on the video page. You're in this cycle of, I don't hear them. I don't see them. I don't do it like Marilyn does it. I don't do it like this one does it. Stop it. That's why when I work with people and I ask them to meditate, what I say to them is, if I say, see a white light, I tell people, if you can't see a white light, what does it feel like? What would it sound like? What song would it have attached to it? Does anybody not understand what I'm teaching you right now? Please put in the comments. It's great. Diane said, I can hear them in the background. That's great, Diane. But you would be very surprised. Your guides want you to hear them in the background. This is where you have to go out on a limb and say, this isn't a coincidence. Because I could be a reader in an extremely loud party, and spirit, I wouldn't hear any of it. But maybe one ticking of the clock, because that's what spirit wanted me to pay attention to at that moment in that reading. Your guides at that point, Diane, wanted you to pay attention to the birds. You now need to know what birds mean to you. So that's what you have to do. You have to, it's so much for me to unpack and give it to you in one lesson. If you have not joined the video series, join it, because you're going to learn some incredible tools in there. Join Soulful Living with your guides as well, because you're going to learn so much there. So we're going to go in a second. I want to read your comments, and then we're going to go and do this exercise, which is a lot of fun. And if you don't have coloring materials, go get it. Go get it. Go grab your kids' crayons, because you're going to really enjoy this. It's one of the best exercises. I can't say it's the best, but people really get a lot out of it. So know something. If you can't see, pay attention to what you hear. If you can't hear, imagine what you would smell. If you can't smell, imagine how you'd feel. Go to your senses. Don't get stuck in what you can't do. Instead, open up to what you can do. Allow yourself to be. Ask your guides every single morning what you want to know. If you don't get an answer, does not mean you're not going to get an answer throughout the day. I have so many tools. I gave Tammy a tool on the thing. If you wake up in the morning with a song in your head, look up the lyrics. That song is not in your head because you heard it at the grocery store the day before. Your guides want to tell you something. All right. So somebody just asked me how they could join. You can, if you're on my business page, you could type in videos and you'll be able to join. And Diane, by the way, honey, thank you for allowing me to use you as a teaching tool. I really appreciate that, because sometimes being called out on a Facebook Live, sometimes it's cool. And sometimes people are like, oh, I'm trying, I swear, so just thank you. Emma, run, go to the bathroom now. So I want to do this. Linda, where do you join? It's in the comments right there. Okay, that is the video, and then we're going to get to the fun. And then any of my membership peeps who are on this business page, you guys know a lot of the answers. So, and this is Soulful Living with Your Guides, which is my Facebook page. Feel free to go in and comment to other people and help them out, because a lot of you already know what I'm talking about, and I'd really like you to help the community at large, okay? So make sure that you're doing that. And anybody who's on the business page, if you type in videos, you will get an automatic bot. So type in videos. All right. Let's see. Let me see some of your questions first, but I want to get to the coloring exercise. Terry says, I asked where I should move. The birds stopped chirping. I only heard the neighbor vacuuming next door. So Terry, you're on right now. What does vacuuming mean to you? What is the neighbor vacuuming next door feel to you? What do you think, if you gave the vacuum a voice, what is the vacuum saying to you? I want to hear what you say, because I can easily tell you exactly what I'm getting in that, but I want you to do it for yourself. Nancy Gott asked about meeting more friends, and I caught the Epsom salt that had Dr. Teal on it. Here, take care of your body, not sure what it means for friendships. Well, It could mean, Nancy, that taking care of your body, going to a yoga class, going to a nutritional expo, going to a Ayurvedic yoga class. I have my certification this weekend. So I'm all in my cozy clothes because I'm just going to go to my certification tonight and we'll do mantras and some yummy stuff. So I'm in this. I also had 2 tequilas last night and I can't really drink anymore. So I'm tired. I'm sleepy. But Nancy, what it means is take care of your body, and that's where your friends are. So get outside and find places where you can go to take care of your body. Take a dance class, take a Zumba class, whatever those things are, and that's where your friends are. All right, I wanted to see if Terry answers back. So let's see if Terry answers back. And let me just see what's going on because I'm live in my membership group too. So I'm live leaping over there. I just want to see how my peeps are doing over there. And I didn't pin the video. I forgot to pin it. Ooh, I'm not live leaping in my membership group. Why is that? Oh, I got to talk to my team. I didn't live leap over there. Okay, give me 1 second, and they're going to have to start being live with me. Let me open up Skype. I think it might be too late, and I'm sorry to my membership peeps, but I'll make it up to you guys, and I will do a special one for you. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on the business page. And let me pin this video because we're going to do our exercises now. And I am going to go back to the questions. I think my people are going to have to be on here. All right. Back to Google Chrome. All right. Terry says, let's see what Terry said. Hello, Marilyn. I got squirrel. Where you at? Okay, I'll come to you in a second, Chris. For some reason, guys, sorry about membership peeps. It's not in there. Vacuuming means to me cleaning, getting rid of the dirt, tidying up noise. Right. So what Spirit is saying to you, before you need to move, you need to get rid of certain things in your life. You need to vacuum things up. You need to clear out your house. You need to act like you're packing. You need to start organizing. You need to look inside of what's cluttering you up about moving, what's stopping you from move. So I'll give you an example, Terry, from my own life. Everybody knows my nose always itches. Somebody said, what does a nose itching mean? I think it's truth, that I'm always in my truth. Used to in Brooklyn mean that you were going to get into a fight, but that's not going to happen. So Terry, what I want you to know is, when I was on the fence I knew I was going to move. I didn't know where. My guides told me to make my life really happy here in LA before I moved because they didn't want me taking any baggage with me to where I went because when I moved here from after 9/11 in New York, I took a lot of baggage with me and I wasn't clear and it really kind of messed me up in LA for the first many years. And so they're telling you to clean it up, to get clear, to know where you want to go, to know what's not working in your life and what you do want in your life. That's what the vacuum means. I hope that helps you, sweetie. Let me know. All right. Going to let Trisha know something. And then we are going to start. So how many of you have your colored pencils and are you ready? I'm a one-man show. And that's going to stop very soon. All right. Let's go back to here. And see, Nancy said, cool, thank you. Terry says, thank you. That does help. Great. And then I wanted to go to Chris because I saw Chris. Hi, Chris. Chris is, hello, Marilyn. I got squirrel ringing in my ear. Abundance, my bowl of rice in a red ruby glass for my 7-day challenge. Squirrel is telling me to start collecting what I need. That's great. So Chris is part of my membership program. So she knows how to break down symbols. So great. Okay, let's do this and then I'll come back to some of your questions. How many of you, give me the likes and the loves, are ready to draw your guide? How many of you are afraid to draw your guide? There's so many great questions here that I'm like, oh, I want to answer, but we have to get to the exercise. So somebody share. Okay, great. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me see the likes and the loves. And also, I'm telling you, everybody, please write Facebook and say Marilyn Aloria wants stars. She wants stars. And that's it. That's what it is. All right, I'm just checking all my peeps. Telling you, from now on, they're going to be on. Okay, so afraid to draw a guide. Thank you, Jean. That's what I wanted. So, Jean, why are you afraid to draw your guide? What are you afraid that's going to happen, Jean? So, Jean, tell me why you're afraid to draw your guide. And in the meantime, while you're doing that, Susan says, excited, Bjorka. I've got a rhinoceros, the sound was a cascade, and I've seen Archangel Michael pictured in oracle cards, a deck of cards. Yay! Bjorka, I hope you know what that means. Emma says she's afraid she would draw an alien. Okay. For any of you that is afraid to draw your guides, what I want you to do is pick an ascended master or an angel who you feel very strongly, very safe with, that you love, like Archangel Michael, Jesus, Saint Germain, Mother Mary, Blessed Mary Magdalene. Maybe it's the owl that you love. Maybe it's an elephant. So pick something that you feel super safe with, okay? So don't worry about it. And if you, at any point, I'm going to be drawing a bit, but I'll be watching the comments. And if at any point you feel like, Marilyn, I don't like the energy that's coming in, stop me. And I will do my best to see it, and I will help you through that. Don't worry about not knowing who your guide is, Sujata, because I am going to help you with that right now. Paula says she's eager to use yellow. And I think that's it. I think everybody is excited and ready to go. So Emma, honey, everybody, I'm going to take you through a little meditation to help you to feel very, very safe. But Emma, I believe you did my challenge. And anybody who did my challenge and on the 7th day you got a guide's name, and from what I saw from the responses, because I never did that before, people felt so powerfully like this with that guide. They were like, oh my goodness, it's the perfect guide, blah, 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 blah. So not that they said blah, 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 blah. I did. Use that guide. Don't worry about it, okay? So use that, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so everybody, close your eyes. And breathe into that part of you. There's never anything to be afraid because we all have free will, and I'm going to talk through this while your eyes are closed. Breathe into that part of you that is all-powerful, that knows that you are safe, knows that you are infinite intelligence. Anybody who's feeling they're having difficulty, don't worry about it. Go through this exercise right now with me. Yes, and don't worry about if you haven't done an exercise yet. With any of my exercises, this is standing alone, okay? So just close your eyes. Go on this journey with me right now. All those self-doubts, remember that's mind chatter. I don't know if I can do this. There are never any rights or wrongs when you work with me. There just is. So I may say to you, you see a giraffe in front of you, and if all of a sudden a monkey shows up, you have to trust whatever you get. So everybody breathe into that part of you that knows better than me. You know better than me. You know better than any connection out there that you've had up until this date. You know better than anything. Whatever you believe, whether it's God, it's source, it's the universe, it's your grandmother, whatever you have labeled as your strength, your power, your infinite intelligence, which I love that word. I believe in God, but I know God doesn't speak to everybody. Breathe into that now. And do a mantra to yourself right now that there is no way I can get this exercise wrong. All I can do is be, and being is perfect. Where I am right now is absolutely perfect. Notice where your breath is going in your body. Is it going to your chest? Is it going to your stomach? Is it going to your toes? Is it going to your head? Notice any physical sensations you're feeling. And notice if there's mind chatter in your head saying, it's still not working for me, it's still not working for me, then breathe into that. Breath is your best connection to your guides. Now I want you to bring that breath throughout your whole body, down to your feet, all the way up your body, all the way up to your head. And just breathe through your body. And when you're connecting to your feet, you're connecting to the safety of Mother Earth. And when you're breathing into your crown chakra, you're connecting to the universal forces. And Catherine, you already grabbed something. Go with it, sweetie. You know, if you don't know how I work, I want you have to work with whatever's calling you in the moment. So now, for those of you who are still following my meditation, for those of you who are not, just just follow what Spirit is urging you to do. I want you to call in your guide. And the way that you call in your guide, I want you to call in your guide from the highest light in highest alignment with you. In the highest light, in highest alignment with you. And I want you to call them in, and this is where you have to engage your imagination, and I want you to ask them to stand in one specific location near you. It could be 5 feet in front of you, it could be to your right, it could be behind you, but they have to stay in that location. So ask them to stand in that one particular location. And now I want you to start breathing into them. Now you may be experiencing, I don't feel anything, Marilyn. I don't care. Breathe into that location. Wherever you chose for them to stand, that's where your breath is going to right now. So breathe into that location. Maybe they're inside your heart. Maybe they're on top of your head. So just keep having breath back and forth to this one particular location that you chose, bringing all your attention to it. And as you're breathing back and forth with this particular guide, whether you see them or not, feel them or not, notice how your breath is feeling. And as you're exhaling out to them, you're committing to communicate with them. And as you're inhaling in, you're promising to listen and trust. And as you're exhaling out to them, you're promising to know that you are doing this for a reason, that there's a bigger reason than you can even imagine right now. And as you're inhaling in, just feel their love. And now as you breathe in and out with them, allow, if you feel comfortable, an umbilical cord color of light going from you to them. So now there's like this cord of light. Now you may have difficulty seeing that cord of light. Well, what does it feel like? Where does it go from your body to theirs? Maybe they're just a shape. What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What do you think? What color do you think it is? There's so many psychic gifts that we employ, and sometimes Spirit just wants you to work with one instead of all of them. So breathe back and forth into that umbilical color of light and feel their gratitude towards you for doing this work. And be grateful for them too. Even if all you've been experiencing is frustration lately, they don't mind it. They understand. And notice how you're feeling, breathing the color of light back and forth. Now I want them to show you a color. Now, whether you can see it, hear it, feel it, smell it, we all know what colors are. We all know what color we like. So say maybe they show you your favorite color and you're like, I'm just making this up, my favorite color. And I want you now to open up your eyes, and whatever color they showed you, I want you to put that color to paper. Now, say all you have is a pen and you don't have that color. Then draw with a pen, whatever they're making you draw, whatever you feel like drawing, and write that color on the paper. So I want you now to work with them, and I'm going to keep talking you through it as I'm doing it myself, and I want you to bring that color to the paper. Now I'm going to talk through this, but if you guys want to do whatever you want to do whatever you want to do. So now I want you to feel them where they are, and they're extending a reach out to you. And in this reach is love, absolute, unconditional love. And I want you to grab a color that allows you to feel that love with them. How does that love feel? And I want you to add that to the paper now. Now, I'm going ahead because they're just giving me colors, and if they're doing the same with you, just do that. And remember, this isn't supposed to be good. Just let it be what it is. And the thing that I want you to do now is to just breathe with them and allow them to direct you without me directing you. So just do whatever you feel you're supposed to do with this page right now. Whatever you're supposed to do color-wise. And if you're struggling, then just put color to paper and say, write down or color what struggle is to you. Color what struggle is. None of these emotions are meant to, and then I'm going to be quiet for a sec, but none of these emotions are meant to be judged. And take a moment, if you can, and just look at what you've done so far. Notice how you feel. And then bring another color in, or work with the colors you've got. And again, if anybody's feeling frightened or afraid or struggling, comment in the comments, and I will help you. Okay, so if you're feeling disconnected, then what I want you to do is focus on your breath for a few moments. And I want you to breathe down into the earth and breathe up into your guides. And your disconnection may be because there's many people on this live that are participating in this. There could be many different reasons. Could be that you had an experience when you were younger and you were drawing and you were told that you were horrible. Could be many things. So what I would like you to do is to then draw your disconnection. And don't worry if it's just all black. Just draw your disconnection. What this exercise does is it allows you to communicate in a way that it takes you a little bit out of your mind. But sometimes we have story attached to art that stops us from moving forward. So I never want to negate disconnection, void. I always like to turn another corner or try another avenue. And for the person who felt disconnected, let me know what happens with the working with, I shouldn't have done this exercise with you because I'm so in it, working with frustration on paper. Now take a couple of moments more to finish it up. And it may not be complete. You may have to do the rest of this on your own, and then I'm going to have you do something with it. Okay. So finish it up for now and just know that it's never really done, even if you, like, maybe you want to add to it, maybe you don't like what you see, and that's okay. But what I want to do is teach you something I haven't done before. So I haven't even done this with membership. So I'm going to do this with you guys now. So I want you to look at your picture, okay? So you're going to look at, I'm not going to show mine yet, but I want you to look at your picture and I want you to study it with all of your being. Notice like what you feel. Lori, if you don't know what to draw, just pick a color and draw what blankness feels like for you. Draw what blankness. So what I wanted to, this is all mindset. I meant to say this. Getting in touch with your guides is all mindset. And it's okay if you're struggling. Please know that's what I'm here for, to teach you. But then I always want to find another way, because what I'm trying to do is change the mindset, because that's what happened. You all came in knowing your guides, and then you were told you were imagining it, or you're too dramatic, or you were too beautiful, you know, whatever was your story. And that got pushed to the background. So when you have frustrations that come up, or blankness, or void, or envy, or comparison, you want to then take pen to paper, right? Or do something else. Okay, so look at the piece of paper. Notice, if you know your chakras, what chakra is either feeling blocked or opened up. It doesn't matter. Just look at it, feel it. I have to add more. You may want to add color to it just to help that one chakra open up. And then close your eyes and see this picture in your third eye. And your third eye is behind your brows. And then open your eyes and notice if you missed anything. Look at the picture again. And then close your eyes and see it in your third eye. And then I want you to go sit with it in your third eye. I want you to sit with this picture, make it lifelike in there. Give it vibration, give it movement, give it song. Let it dance around you in your third eye. And if you have a hard time visualizing, just follow the vibration of my words. Notice how it feels, how it's falling on you. And notice whenever you're feeling frustration and anger, if you're not getting something, breathe into it. And allow this beautiful being that you just created together to dance around in your third eye. Notice how it feels. Notice if you feel scared or anxious or excited, dull. And I want you to ask this being, this beautiful being that you just drew, to sit down across from you, even if what you drew was black frustration. And I want you to just ask it, what does it want you to know today? And it may not say anything. Notice how you feel. Notice what you smell. Notice what you hear. Notice what you're thinking. Ask it what it wants you to know today. Notice how you feel receiving that message. Thank this being for being there with you, and ask it to pick a date and a time, if you'd like, for it to come back again, for you two to work together again. And then open your eyes. Now, this is what I want you to do. I'm a little, I always have to put back my pastels. I would love, so this is mine. This is mine. And I got to tell you, it's definitely not complete. It's got a lot of energy in there. And I may have been picking up your energy of anger or fear or disappointment. So for me, when I looked at it, remember I said, look at it and see what chakra? My throat chakra was like, and then when I put this being in my third eye, I heard that I was being a trailblazer for all of you to help teach you how to talk to your guides. So of course my throat chakra would get affected because it's about me having my voice. So what I would love for you to do is take your iPhone, take a picture of this and share it in the comments. I got to tell you, when we did this in membership, people were blown away, and then they were sharing all their pictures, and it was just lovely how the vibration. Now, you can share it in membership. In my business page, you can't share it on a separate post, but in Soulful, you can. It's okay. by all means, share it, or just share it in the comments below. So Robin says she got 3 images. Oops, Susan, yay. Susan knows me. We create magic. Robin said, I keep hitting you, Susan. I try to go to Robin. I keep hitting Susan. Robin says, I got 3 images. What do I do with that? Well, you work with all 3 of them then, because many of us don't have just one guide. I have to put this aside because I'll keep trying to put the pastels back in the right order. Yes, that's a little of my, get it right. So it's okay. Just play with all 3 of them. The thing is that you got things. So tell me about your experience, but like, guys, take pictures. Do you know how to do this? Okay, so I just took a picture, right? Whoops, I don't want that. Here's my picture on my iPhone. So you can email it to yourself and then attach it to the comment section. You can put it on your Facebook page. Some of you may not want, you're in the closet, you may not want other people knowing, but put it in the comments because it's so much fun to see this. So I'm going to give you some time to do that, and I'm going to answer some questions. Linda said she was told, Denny, you said OCD much? I was trying not to say that. I was told to surrender. I love that. Sony said, having a blast too, dancing with my higher self. I think my second chakra will open and heal with love and by receiving my light. Terry says, I can't. I have a Samsung. Terry, you can do it after the fact. Make sure you're on Soulful Living with your guides. Share it with us there. Post it there. Let me just see what's going on over there. And I'm going to get some of your questions. I'm going to get you past questions. Anybody who struggled with this, let me know what your struggles were. Here's Soulful Living in case you're not part of that. Here's Soulful Living in case you're not part of that. People in membership posted in membership. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it, Denny. You posted Soulful Living and membership. Good. I'll go take a look. So let me see what Tammy's got going on here. Okay. I'm in the beginning before you. I said to connect to your higher guide of light. I think it was feeling lightheaded. I was, Tammy is the one that posts. I know you can't see my face. But I don't want to lose Tammy's comment. Tammy was the one who said she couldn't get in touch with her guides on the video page, and I answered you. So here's her answer. I think it was feeling lightheaded. I was in tears because I saw my heart dog who had passed away 3 years ago. My heart just hurt. Then when you said ask for your higher guide, and I had him standing to my left, I could only see a blurred male face with short hair and a crown or something on his head. I don't know where the picture came from or who it is, but what did my dog mean? First of all, Tammy, can we take a moment and stop asking me what your dog meant just for a second? You just wrote me and said you don't see anything. Can we celebrate that? That's what we do. We're like, yeah, great. Thanks for the golden nugget you gave me. Thanks for the answer. But why aren't I getting this? All right. So Tammy, your dog's about love. Your dog's about your heart dog. Your dog showed up to show you that communicating with your guides is in here. It may not be here. You may be sitting in circles of meditation and people are talking and you're trying to intellectually figure it out because maybe that's the way they're teaching. And then it's all here. It's all in your heart. That's what your guide, that your love dog did. I'm just friggin' celebrating for Tammy, man. That makes me so friggin' happy. All right. Sujata says, got a Jesus lookalike with a dancing rainbow and hearts. Please put them in the comments. Can you figure out how to do it? Look, I'm going to do it right now so I can show you how to put it in the comments, okay? So I am emailing it to myself. And then this is how I do it. I know there's other ways of doing it, but I want to put it in the comments. I'm going to say picture and keep sending your things. Going to hit medium. Then I sent it. It's going to go to my email. I'm going to open my email. And it's probably already on my desktop because my pictures go right away to my laptop, my Mac. And then I'm going to go look at your answers. But I want to post mine so you can see it. Even though I don't even, got to be honest with you guys, it's not my best picture this time. And I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure about this. It's not complete, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so I'm opening it up. Come on, open up. And I'm sure some of you technical wizards may have an easier way of doing this. Emma says hers is in Soulful. All right, I'm going to go take a look over in Soulful, but first I'm going to post mine. You know what? I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can. All right. Focus. I have to focus. It's just too exciting. How many of you really enjoyed this? Hit the likes and the loves and let me know. And remember, if you're not part of the video series, make sure that you get on. If you're my business page, type in videos. If you're on Soulful, go to the link, which I've been posting, which is MarilynAloria.com, Soulful Living. My computer's going to be slow. All right. You're all just, we have to wait because it's giving me that spinning ball. You know what that means. So we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait. Wait, where is it? It's making me nuts. Danny's going to say OCD much? All right, desktop. Let's put it in the desktop. 2862. I'm going to have to look up what that number means. All right, now I am posting it on my business page. And it's not letting me. So maybe you can't because it's not letting me post it. Okay. Post it later or post it in Soulful. I'm going to go over to Soulful and take a look, but let me see what your answer is. Yeah, I think it doesn't let you post a picture. Thank you. I just figured that out too because I'm live right now, but that's okay. You can do it later on. Vicky says she enjoyed it immensely. Emma said, I've been so scared of seeing mine. How was it, Emma? I'm going to go take a look over in Soulful. I know I could share screens here. I haven't figured out how to do that so I could share the screen. Let me see if it shows me. No, I'll have to figure out how to share the screen. Leanne said, intense. I felt such intense, loving energy. I love this. Catherine says, I felt Tanta's hands on my shoulders and connected through our hearts by a cord of white light. I got out my greens before you said to grab a color. You trusted yourself. And greens and grabbed a color and started coloring a radiating rainbow of greens into yellow into whites. The new growth leaves are inside of me. I love it. All right. I am going to go over and can't hide your comment. Hide current comment. This was so fun. Kathy said, good. I'm glad. Rhonda said, posted in Soulful. Okay. I got to go take a look in Soulful, see what's happening. And I'm going to go take a look in membership too, see what's happening. So let's, oh my goodness. I love these, love these, love these. Oh, Tammy's beautiful. Pat, gorgeous. Liat, I love your red guide. Amazing. And then I got Karen's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Kathy, beautiful. Nancy, gorgeous. Rhonda. Oh my goodness. So can you look at these and look at Terry Ann and Terry Ann, didn't you? There was another Terry. Emma. Oh, Emma, look at that. I'm so glad that Emma had this experience because Emma's been writing in Soulful Living about some of the experiences she had with teachers out there, giving her a lot of, negative stuff and scary stuff and fearful stuff and limiting beliefs. And Emma's been very verbal about it in my group. And I'm so glad, Emma, I'm to put these away because it's making me crazy. I'm so glad, Emma, that you who said I'm a little afraid, tell me, Missy, how was that for you? Put it in the comments here. I'm not on Soulful right now. So put it in the comments under the page. So let me know. Yes, Diane, you can definitely, the video is going to be live and you can do it again and again. All of you can go back to it and you can fast forward to it and do it. Pat, Kamal Devi, don't worry, you'll have the replay. Mine gave me a hidden picture under my picture, like when you have already drawn on a page before it. I love that. Denny said lots of hearts. Who would have thought? I love that. Denny, it's perfect for the questions you've had lately, so it's really good. By the way, Denny is my guest speaker on Monday when I go live, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So you're all going to get to enjoy Denny because Denny is a trip. More feel Archangel Michael, cool, breathing around my neck. Love it. Jean, great. And I think, Jean, you just said before that you struggled. So those of you who are joining now, you're going to want to watch this replay because this has been incredible. So Emma said, and I'll tell you why. I'm so glad. Still a bit scary, but also felt like I moved through that fear and more liberated. Lovely. So sometimes when I teach people how to get in touch with their guides, they will have an overwhelming experience where it may feel like fear, right? And so what I do with them is I get in there and I go, okay, talk to me about this fear. What's going on? Because many times when your guides come in, it has been my experience that if I say to them, are you from my highest light and highest alignment with me? Now, I don't have to do this anymore. This is what I was doing when I was opening up. And it was my experience that they would say no if they weren't. So I never had anybody lie to me. And if a guide said no, I'd say, you're out of here. So when I get people that are sometimes frightened of what they're experiencing, I unpack it a bit with them. And many times what we find out, I'd say almost 99% of the times, it's the energy from their guide is so intense that they translate it as fear because they're not used to that unconditional, intense experience. So the way that you know it, this is why I said mindset has got to change when you talk to your guides. So the way that they interpret it in their body is, oh, this is uncomfortable. This is an uncomfortable feeling. I'm scared now. I don't know what to do with this feeling. So right away you go to fear. Does that make sense? Hit the likes and the loves if it does and let me know. So that is great. So there's something about free flow. I want to see what else Emma said. Emma said, I'm an artist and had been scared of free flowing with my art as I had been scared of interference as I used to draw so many galactical beings. So Emma, I hope that this helps break something there for you because it's been my experience. The only time I ever had an experience where something came in that was a little bit like, I was like, pulling the plug on that one. I was doing automatic writing. I don't do automatic writing because I do everything through channeling with my voice. And something came in that I was like, oh, they found another way in. But I have free will, so I stopped it right away and got rid of it. If any of you are, if you're reopening up, Emma, like you're opening up to a very vibrant energy that we would define as intense, right, for the lack of a better way, then make sure that you call in any type of energy that makes you feel super safe. So for me, it's Archangel Michael, it's Archangel Gabriel, and it's Archangel Raphael. Those are my peeps. Now, I've been using a lot of Jesus and Saint Germain lately, and I'm even pulling in Metatron. I don't have to do it, but lately I've been feeling, probably because I'm opening up and it's October and I'm seeing a lot of spirits everywhere, I've been feeling like somebody will come in and I'll be like, get out of here, so I have to kick them out. And those are my peeps that I go to. And then they're gone, they're gone. Also, remember what you put your attention on, you create. So if something energy comes in and it feels scary, and if you keep focusing on that energy and the fear, that grows. So that'll grow in energy. A lot of times what I tell people when you're not feeling safe yet and you need to push it out, I teach a whole thing about how to push it out. I tell them if you're curious, that keeps the energy in there. So I'm going to answer a couple more and then I am going to go. But let me tell you about, I'm blurry. It's a little how my head feels these days. Remember, if you did not sign up for the video series, types in videos or type in this. Hide this. It's not letting me hide. I hate when it doesn't let me hide it. So it's MarilynAloria.com, Soulful. There it is. I'm putting it in the comment section. And you will get video 1 and watch video 1. Hey, guys, it's really important to set time aside to do this work. And these videos are only 25 minutes long. 30 minutes, I think, is the longest. Close the door. Give yourself this time. Go to a coffee shop and watch these videos. There's PDFs with it. It's going to teach you a lot. And you're going to hear some stories from my peeps because I want to share other people because just learning from me isn't enough. And they'll tell you how they were like, enough's enough. It's my time. It's my turn. Get to that point in your life where you're saying it's my turn and do it now with this video series and go out and watch it. Okay. Let's see. Sandra said, I saw a bright light seeing my guides. She said, Emma says, thank you. I like to go back sometimes with people to watch the journey. I think I need to allow to do some free flowing inner child crayon stuff and just get comfortable with my own spirit and safety. Yes, I would definitely say that. I also say if you're a visual person, a visual artist, go to another medium like clay or go take pictures. Do other things to allow that free flowing where you don't have to be good at it because you haven't done it. And then do that, okay? So that will be really good for you. Thank you, Nancy. I saw your comment. Denny, Emma, wonderful energy from your guide image, Ancient Wonderment. So you're all going to get to meet Denny on Monday. So I just want to see if there's anybody else. I see if I missed anybody. Leanne says intense. I think I got that. I got Catherine. Okay. I think I got everybody. I'm just going to jump over to the Soulful page, and then I'm going to jump over to my peeps. I'm actually, anybody in membership, I'm going to go live with you guys in a minute just to see how you're all doing. I do have to get ready for my yoga certification soon. I took my dogs out for a really long walk, so they're sleeping. Denny. And when Denny first did this exercise, he questioned it, and look at his picture. Very good. All right. Oh, my goodness. Kat. Yay! I love it, Kat. I love it. You're going to be hearing Kat's story, too. Cynthia Grace, a bit blurry. Rusty, my guide, gatekeeper. When I held him to my heart, tears of gratitude and love overwhelmed me. So now I will figure out how to share this, the screen next time. So maybe we do some more fun things. We have a lot of magic plans for you this month. So make sure that you're joining us in Soulful Living if you're not already, because the magic is not going to stop. It is my favorite month, October. I've come to I came to a very big decision last month about moving. So I want to share and teach and show you. All right, guys, I am going to go. Much love, love, love to all of you. So Monday, I'm going to be live on Monday. Hold on a second. Do watch the videos, comments, let me know how it is for you. And I want to hear how this is helping you. I want to hear about your struggles because I want to help you. As my students know, I am really good at helping people to stop thinking limited thoughts when it comes to their guides and think out of the box. And you're going to hear from some of my students will be like, I don't know what they look like, but I know them here, So it's so great to hear how other people do it because you think it's like the way I do it, which I can see them, I can hear them, I can feel them, I can hear it. Doesn't mean it's better than anybody else's. It's just how I do it. So if your way is just like April's story, knowing it in here, or Kat's story, just always having faith, Florentine's, you heard from her. So there's so many things. So we are live, Denny and I, 4 o'clock Pacific time on Monday the 16th. So Monday the 16th. I am in yoga certification this weekend, but I will be jumping on and trying and talking to you. Thank you so much. Keep putting those pictures up there. If you can post them down below, that would be so great. And share this video with your friends if you think that it can help you. And if you haven't liked my page already, he says, like my page. I want those likes to keep growing. I like likes. Likes are nice. I can't wait till they have loves and stars. Anyway, much love to all of you. See what I'm doing? I'm putting this away. Much love. Bye, everybody. Thank you.